don't take advice from people that are in positions you don't want to be in.
You need to unlearn the bullshit that you have learned.
People have some fucking tough lives. They're stressful, they're losing family members like left, right and centre.
Actual trenches, fighting wars, and you can't send Instagram DMs.
But I'm scared my hometown friends are going to judge you. But flip the script. People that are making content, people that are the 2.0 version of themselves, they're going to judge you for not doing it.
If it is your friends taking the piss, they're not the kind of people you want to be around anyway.
This fast-paced dopamine doom scrolling, rich kids online kind of fucks up everyone's ideas of what life is really about.
It's like looking from a third person perspective, because you can always be so tunnel vision and stuck like in the moment. Take a step back, actually look at yourself and what can you improve in this bit?
And ask yourself, are the actions that I'm taking at the moment benefiting me?
So today, boys, we're in Whitechapel with Josh. We've got Ethan. So me and Ethan run RGS. Josh runs Setter School. So yeah, we're just going to go through, well, I'll let you, what we're going to go through today.
Yeah, so Setter School X RGS, Link Up London. We're going to go over, we're going to go over some questions that we've seen on our Instagram, YouTube, comments, DMs, whatever that may be. We're also going to go over some hesitations that we've seen some of our guys that have like come into our mentorships and come into our groups, like our communities, some of the hesitations that we've seen, maybe even like some limiting beliefs that we have all had before we even got into the online space ourselves. And yeah, just ultimately speaking upon all of those. Anything else?
Nah, well, tell them what we're doing today generally as well.
Yeah, so today what we've done so far, we went play paddle. Josh, and he lost his Rolex at the paddle court.
I've got it back.
Yeah, luckily got that back. Obviously, we're going to record this podcast now. Then we're off to dinner. Then Sky Lounge after, I think.
Yeah, it's just going to be a nice day. Got a lot of the boys down. So,
Sick.
chilling.
Cool.
Let's get into it.
Right. First question. Before we even go into the hesitations, what is like one of the biggest misconceptions you think guys have before coming into the space, or maybe when they're looking into the space?
I think that a lot of people think that it's just all luck and like hard work, and that seeing success is not a normal thing. In reality, like if you're doing the work and you're putting yourself in the place you need to be, it's easier than not to succeed, right? People are like, oh, it's so easy to fail. You see all these people just failing and losing money. If you're in the right position, if you're showing up, if you're putting in the hard work, then I think it's easier to actually succeed.
Yeah. I mean, like in the same respect, I mean, I know for a fact I can confidently say this. I know for a fact you guys can probably say this as well. There is guys that come into RGS and Setter School that don't see results. And there is guys that come in and see insane results. I know you guys have massive testimonials. I know Ron has got to 25K a month as a setter, which is absurd. But it's like, they all have the same vehicle. They all have, I don't know, with you guys, the same training modules. They have the same mentors. They have the same community, the same people around them. They all have the same vehicle. But like, what is the main common denominator between the guys that see huge success and the guys that don't see any success?
I think there's two kinds of people that see the most success. I think it's the ones that come in and they're just on it and they're like, I'm going to smash it. I'm going to see results so fast and just put 100% effort in. I think there's also the kind of guys that have the mindset of, look, I'm going to work hard, obviously, but I don't care if I don't see results for like 3 months. I'm just going to show up consistently and start until I start seeing the money. Just having that detachment along with just the go-get and matching the work, I think they all see a lot of success.
Yeah, a lot of boys do also come in a half-assed though, which is not where you're going to see the best results. You come in, you don't actually put your all into it. It's just where you're going to see less results. It's going to be demotivating and to make you put in less work at the end of the day.
Yeah, there's no such thing as get rich quick. Right?
Yeah,
Nah, 100%. And I feel like with the guys that come inside and don't necessarily see results or even half-ass it, like you say, I feel like they come inside, like they clearly joined for a reason. They want to get to the outcome for a reason, but they're not taking the aligned actions to see the aligned outcome. And I feel as though, and again, put your input on this, but it comes down to your why. Like their why is not strong enough. And the guys that do see, like you and myself, even Ryan over there, like we all have a big enough why, and that's why we're in the position that we're in today.
Exactly, because you have to have the why so accurate that you can see yourself in that exact position, like the things that you're smelling, the things you're eating, you're tasting from a day to day, what you'd wear, where you'd be, who you'd be there with, so that when you can imagine it that much and you have such a good idea of what it is, what you're doing, how you operate, you can then start operating like that now. So if that why isn't dialed in, well, you're not going to be doing the things to become the man you need to become. So you're not going to be him. You're not going to be putting in the right amount of work. So yeah, the why is super important.
Yeah, and you always have to remind yourself of that why as well. When it comes down to like the late nights, you know, working, actually putting the work in. When you're not seeing the results, delayed gratification, you actually have to remind yourself of what that why is and why you're even doing the whole thing in the first place.
What would you say to someone that's like struggling with their why or struggling to figure that out? Because like I know for a fact, like a few of my guys, they have their why dialed in, but and then a few of my guys like also ask what their why is, and they just have this 5-10K month on a pedestal, and they say that they want to hit that. But like, what would you say to someone that's like struggling a little bit with going deep into their why?
There's a few ways you can do it. I'd say one way, an interesting way, is actually just dig into them in a way of like, what are you scared of the most happening? And then you can figure out, because there's going to be a reason why people have fear, because you're not just born with fear, right? Fear comes along. So it's like, okay, what is this event in your past that's happened? Maybe something in school, they got bullied or whatever. A traumatic event where then there was like this point, because pain causes change. What is this moment that caused you to even want to go here in the first place, which is basically going to be the why. But if it's in terms of just looking and thinking more about what it really is, about what's most important to you in your life, my best bit of advice is have a day where you basically, obviously if you're in Thailand or something nice, it's easier to do. Just go to the beach, take a notepad with you all day, go have some nice food, go for a swim, just reflect and really just think about what's most important for you. Because when you have all these phones and distractions and people to decide, and it's just you in your mind. Another thing you can do, I saw on a podcast the other day, stare at a wall for an hour. Apparently the first 15 minutes you're still like got things going on in your head, but after that it's just like you.
Yeah, 100%.
Taking time in solitude is so important.
Yeah.
So important.
Yeah, even if you know your why and things are going well, like even if you're like right at the top of your game, everything's going well, it's probably one of the most important times to just take a day and just keep that clarity going.
Yeah, when it comes to that goal of like, oh, I want to get to 5K a month, I want to get to 10K a month, but it's like, all right, elaborate. Why? What's actually behind that? Actually properly sitting down, nothing else, pen and paper, writing it out.
Yeah, I saw a thing the other day, and I didn't even know this, and it's so true as well. It takes 5 whys to get to your real why. Like, and what I mean by that is like, okay, cool. Like, speaking to my student, if I say, why do you want to hit 5K a month? Whatever that may be, why? Whatever that may be, why? Like, digging deep, like, it takes 5 whys to actually get to that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if you want to hit like 5-10K months, ask yourself why. And then whatever that next answer is, ask yourself why, back again, back and forth, like 5 to 10 times. And I can guarantee you're going to go deeper into yourself and really take some time of self-reflection to know what that why is before even coming into the space. Because if you don't have that dialed in, there's no point coming into the space. Like, there actually isn't any point, because I know for a fact that most of you will just fall off. Like, a lot of guys come in with this big adrenaline, like, I found this next, like, your mind is a goal seeker mechanism. Like, you just want the next big thing. Especially myself, before I started, like, I did like drop shipping, trade and this, that and the other. And I never got anywhere with any of them, where like a lot of people have that same vehicle and they've got very far with that thing. Like, it was down to me because my why wasn't big enough. And it's really down to you to reflect on that why before even coming into the space, if you want to get to that outcome.
Yeah, because I'm sure we can agree, Josh, like in all of those things that I did the same thing, drop shipping, trading, etc. You could have seen success in it. We all could have seen success in the things we tried before, but it's about like actually putting the right steps forward rather than going, oh, I'm going to do it, put 30 minutes a day into it. It's like actually putting everything into it and really having that, kick up the arse, to be honest, of your real reason behind it.
Yeah.
Yes, bro. Like, you need to live the life. If you want to get to this 2.0 version of yourself, you need to take the daily actionable steps in order to get to him. Like, ask yourself, am I living the life of that person? Like, okay, cool. The 1 mil per month Ollie, are you living the life of him? Yes, you are now, bro. You're living the daily life. You're taking the actionable steps every single day because you already have the mindset that you are him, bro. You're already the 1 mil month per month, 1 mil per month version of Ollie. But like, these guys that want to hit them 5K months, ask yourself, that 2.0 version of yourself, are you living the life of him? Are you getting up early? Are you taking all the actionable steps? Like, a lot of guys scroll as well. Like, is a 100K per month version of yourself scrolling? No, he is not. So like, really ask yourself, what is the daily life of that person or myself? And how can I start taking action so I can live that life? Like, you need to take the aligned actions to see the aligned outcome.
Yeah. Overall, your why is important. I think another big misconception with it is that like you can just have a side hustle and you can focus on your main job, go down this route and just have your side hustle. Sure, maybe you'll make a bit of money, but you're not going to get to a point where you really want to be, unless you really do just want to have it on the side and not have it be your main thing. But you're just not going to see much success. You're going to be doing something you're not enjoying, and it's going to take a toll on you, especially if you're working a 9 to 5, then going and working on something that you don't even really care about that much. It has to be like, you have to be finishing work excited, like, right, now I get to start on the real grind. The 9 to 5 just allows you to go and work that 5 to 9, right? It can fuel that, it can fund that, and go allow you to work that.
What's your opinion on people with this fear of risk?
I mean, as I'm sure everyone knows, risk is necessary to see the success you want to see. I mean, because the way you need to look at it is like, let's say, for example, leaving a 9 to 5, it's obviously a big risk. But what is the worst outcome? You're back to exactly where you were back in the 9 to 5, which, I mean, is what you're doing anyway. If you didn't take the risk, you'll still be there. If you did take the risk, it could work out. I mean, if you didn't, you're just back to where you are. You can try again until it does work out. So, in my opinion, there's actually not much risk to it.
Yes, bro. Exactly. There is no risk, bro. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, guys, eat the risk, eat the risk, eat the risk. There is no risk. And again, it comes back to there's people that don't see results and there's people that see loads of results. You have the same vehicle, but you are the risk. The only risk is you coming in and not showing up for yourself and doing nothing for yourself. The risk is coming down to how hard do you want it? And are you going to put the actionable steps in? Otherwise, yes, there is a risk because that is yourself and you are not going to see the aligned outcome.
The reason why you can say there's no risk, like how you can say like, yeah, but everyone's different. It's like, okay, look, are there people in a worse situation, you know, less knowledge, less money, less time than you that have been able to do it? If so, then yeah, cool. The good thing to actually acknowledge though is the fact that obviously everyone has this feeling of risk. Like no one obviously wants to take the risk because we're all human. And naturally, if you think even back to like the Stone Age, if you're taking a risk, well, maybe you're going to get killed by a wild animal, right? We were put on the earth to literally just survive and reproduce. So it's a normal instinct to not want to take the risk. That's why you'd be feeling that way. But if you generally break it down logistically and think about it, what do you have to lose? If you're in the 9 to 5, great, go back to another 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And then you can fund the next side hustle, the next project, or just come back at it even stronger.
Realistically, the only thing you lose is maybe a couple of quid which you get back next month working the job that you fell back on anyway.
Yeah.
You can lose that, or you can lose like 40 years of your life working 9 to 5.
Quite, yeah.
Simple maths.
A winner's a loser that just tried one more time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
100%.
It's like if you said basically you're going to try 100 times and fail every single time. If I told you on the 101st time you're going to succeed, are you going to still run away from like failing and having this risk?
Like, okay, cool. What's your opinion on fear of failure?
Yeah, it depends what your concept of failure is. One good way to look at it is like if you could go into, well, let's just say the online space and just smash it, make 10K, 50K, 100K, 200K, millions without having big failures and setbacks. Anyone would be able to do it. Everyone can just go and do it because it's easy. There's no barriers. You don't have to overcome anything or grow. By getting to, let's say, 10K and then being stuck, not being able to get past it, or, you know, losing a bit of money and stuff not going wrong and having to recoup and think, okay, what do I need to change to go past it? This is that failure barrier is going to help you grow stronger so that you can grow past it. Because there's no point making $1 million being the exact same guy. Because, yeah, cool, you're going to have more money. You're just going to be an idiot with money. You become a more valuable man. Your standards become higher. You, like, have more focus on what is really important to you by having these failures, these setbacks, and really having to, yeah, just grow as a person, upgrade.
Yeah.
I think like people having this fear of failure, it comes down to what you have learned over the span of your life. Especially these guys like us who have grown up in the UK, that have grown up in this traditional 9 to 5 life, that have grown up with, like, I'm sure you coming back, like, as harsh as it sounds, like your family talk about limiting beliefs and this, that, and the other. Like, I don't know about my family do as well. But it's like that fear of failure, that's the belief that you have learned over the span of your life. And in order for you to get past that, you need to unlearn the bullshit that you have learned. Like, okay, cool. It comes down to money as well. Like a lot of people, and as guru as this may sound, right? A lot of people in the 9 to 5 think money is hard to make. Do you think money is hard to make? Do you think money is hard to make? No.
It's like if we have a cost coming in, someone's like, oh, this is going to be 2K. All right, give me a day, bro. I'll get that.
Yes, bro. Exactly. Like the 1 mil version of yourself does not think money is hard. But to you who is in a 9 to 5 who thinks money is hard, ask yourself, who has taught you that? Your teachers, your family, the life that you have grown up to live. But are any of those in the position that you want to be? No, they are not. So in order for you to get to the 2.0 version of yourself, you need to unlearn the bullshit that you have learned. Like it all comes down to your mind. If you flip that and say money is easy to make and you attract the habits, like chase the habits that attract the money, then the money is just going to be attracted to you anyways. Do you know what I mean? Like, again, it comes down to like your mind is a gold seeking mechanism and it all comes down to your beliefs. Like, bro, have you ever had them dreams that feel real?
Yeah.
Yes, bro. Like you wake up and
Or
it feels
scary
real.
movie.
Yes, bro, because your mind doesn't know the difference between reality and like your mind doesn't know what it perceives. And like your eyes are a projector to what you believe. And if you believe money is real, you will see that. If you believe money is hard to make, you will see that. It all comes down to what you believe. So it's like, in order to get to that version, you need to think like that version of yourself. Like change the way you think, change the way you believe in things, and change the way you perceive things. And then you will start living the life of someone that takes some actionable steps. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like what everyone wants to see is they want to see a result. They want to be like, oh shit, this is 100% going to work. And then I'll go all in. Oh yeah, man, I just want to see that this is going to work out. Know that this is the way for me. See if I like it, which we can come on to, like whether people want to like it or not. And then they'll go all in. But the thing is, you can't know if you haven't done it. Even if one of your mates has done it and gone all in. Do you know that? Have you been there with them 24/7 when they're putting in all the work? All these people around you that are saying, oh, I've tried trading. You know, trading's a scam. Trading's luck. Have you been there with them every single second when they said they're putting in the hours, putting in the work? Because most people won't put in the work. So if you're then going to take advice from them and then just label the successful guys as successful because the guys that did actually try and failed, their ego's protecting them and telling them, oh, you know, it's luck. You know, I tried it, it didn't work. I really did everything I could, so it must be luck. And if you're then going to take their opinion and take that internal to you, it's just going to hold you back. Like, don't take advice, like Josh said, from people that are in positions you don't want to be in. It makes no sense, right?
It actually doesn't. Like, why would you take advice of someone that's making 20k a year rather than like 20k a month or even 20k a week?
It's as simple as like if you were in school, would you go to your teacher for maths advice or would you go to like someone who's just joined the school in like year 7?
Yeah.
It's easy. It's so simple to understand, all right? If someone's not making money and they're failing and, you know, everything's a scam, don't listen to them because they haven't got a way forward for you. They don't know how you're going to be successful because they're not successful themselves.
Yeah, I think it's a big thing these days where it's like parents and family will push you down this same one route where you're going to school, college, uni, etc. And obviously if you're being told that and that's how you grow up, it is, you know, fairly difficult to actually break out, which is where you need to start doing different actions to actually see different results.
So put yourself around different people.
Yes.
Bro, my
exactly. It's all
family
about
don't even
being
know what I
around.
do now. I'm not even joking. They don't understand what I do now, bro. But they know I'm doing well, so we just leave it as that.
My mum gets it. My dad just like, he admits that, okay, I'm not going to understand it, but I support it.
Yeah, bro.
But my mum tells everyone, and like even like yesterday, she stayed up till 1 a.m, like writing out video ideas for me, and I have to be like, Mum,
It's sweet.
we don't need this. Like, I really appreciate it and I love it, but she's so enthusiastic about it. But one really important thing to remember is that it's not that your parents don't want the best for you. Obviously, they want the best for you. This is why they're letting you know that they don't think this is the best choice. It's that they don't know what is best for you a lot of the
understand
time
it.
because they've been growing up differently. You know, that online
It's a new
space wasn't even
generation.
around when they were around, let alone like entrepreneurism. Like, if entrepreneurism itself is hard enough to get into, this space wasn't even there when they were growing up. The teachers they had, their parents, their grandparents, it's so foreign to them. If it's even foreign to you, it's like 10 times more foreign to them. So yeah, don't go to them for help and advice. And the thing is as well, I get loads of guys going, okay, let me go chat to my dad, you know, my mum, this is how I normally make my decisions. And it's like, okay, but what do you think they're going to say? Okay. And if you're going to them for validation, why do you want validation? Do you not believe it's going to get you to where you want to be? Do you not believe you can
Again,
be
it comes
successful?
down to the belief. Like, is you going away and trying to find any single reason like to not do this benefiting you? Like, ask yourself that. And if it isn't benefiting you, if that mindset isn't benefiting you, how are you going to carry yourself throughout life? Would it not benefit you more to flip that and try find every reason to do it? Every reason to make that jump and every reason to benefit yourself and take action into investing and like bettering that your future so you get to that 2.0 version of yourself. But a lot of guys have that misconception. They try to find any small reason to go, actually, now I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna make myself like feel more comfortable.
Too
in my
easy
job.
to do.
Yeah.
Too easy to do.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of what you want to do. That's looking for comfort.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it comes down to like how you make decisions as well. Like you mentioned, like, oh, every time I make a decision, I always check with my parents. Okay, cool. And making decisions that way, where's it got you? Has it got you
Yeah.
to a position?
How
where
long
want
have
to
you
be
made
in?
decisions this way
Exactly.
for?
And how long have you not been in the position you actually want to be in? So then it just all comes back to that.
In
how
what
you
way
actually
does
make
it
decisions.
make sense to keep making decisions in this way that's getting you to this point that you don't want to be in?
Yeah.
To some extent, throw and share the wall until it sticks. But if nothing's even sticking, then stop throwing that at the wall and go like find a different pile of shit. You know what I mean? At some point, you gotta switch out, man. You gotta stop. Another thing, actually, life's way too easy right now.
Yep.
Way too easy. There's dopamine absolutely everywhere. I've got dopamine here. I've got lights everywhere. Dopamine. I've got a mic, nice and fluffy, and cameras and lenses everywhere. Like even in this room, there's dopamine. My phone's buzzing in my pocket. I've got a screen here. There's just dopamine. Let alone if you have reels and you're scrolling, you have something on the TV, you have Uber Eats to your house, and it's too much. It's not normal. Your grandparents, I won't go into like how like the whole they haven't seen all these tits online kind of thing, but you get the idea. They haven't seen that many in their life.
They might.
Depending on the grandparent, but like by the age you're 10, you've seen more naked women than your grandparents have. Like probably all your grandparents combined.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not normal. Like you're exposed to so much just constant noise online, and it's cutting that down as well. Because your brain just starts wiring itself differently. You can't focus on things. You can't actually start to understand certain concepts, and it's bad. Like it's getting really bad.
It's just about picking up the right dopamine, bro. Like what's that fact? If you take a cold plunge, you get more dopamine and more energy than you do off cocaine.
Real dopamine.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
just
addicted to cold showers now. Like when we were at paddle earlier, I was like, I can't actually remember the last time I had a warm shower.
Yes,
They were too hot.
Comes down to your discipline muscle as well. Like if you go to the gym every single day for the next 3 months, it is inevitable that you're going to have somewhat of a bigger muscle, right?
Of course.
But it comes down to your mindset and your discipline as well. Like, okay, cool. If you like, to you who doesn't have any cold showers, if you get in a cold shower today and do 10 seconds, tomorrow do 15 seconds, maybe next week you're doing like a minute. Like in 3 months' time, you might be able to jump in freezing cold lakes or glaciers. You know what I mean? Because you've built up that discipline muscle, and that 10-second shower is no longer hard for you. You're no longer sat there shivering like a bitch. You're no longer a pussy because you've built up that discipline muscle. It's the same with gym. Like the more you want to train yourself, you have to do the uncomfortable things in order to put yourself in that position. And to you who wants to start seeing growth, that growth will come when the comfortable starts becoming uncomfortable and the uncomfortable starts becoming comfortable.
Yeah, and it comes down to like delayed gratification as well. Like you have to put the work in now to then see results later. Like nothing comes easy in life. Nothing's easy and quick. You have to put the work in and like actually like, you know, make that kind of proper grit and actually work to then see later the actual results. Same to the gym, like the cold showers you mentioned, it all is the same thing.
And if you actually want to grow the muscles in the gym, you don't aim for an easy, comfortable session. You want to destroy them.
Yes,
you want to
bro.
break them down so they grow back stronger.
Yes, bro.
It's the same with everything, right? And doing the hard things like the cold showers, like when I wake up, here's my routine. 50 push-ups straight away. Like obviously open the blinds, get the daylight in, down water because your body's dehydrated. 50 push-ups, cold shower, read a book, just do the hard shit, and then the rest of your day becomes really easy. Don't pick up your phone and load yourself with dopamine because then your receptors are already fucked. I like to think that
Win the morning, win the day, bro.
yeah, and when you wake up in the morning, it's like your brain's been resting for like 8 hours. So whatever you did yesterday, okay, now your brain's chilled. You're on a nice flat level, ready to just attack the hard stuff. If you can do the hard stuff, great. No, first, then great. And what I'll do after that, go to the gym. And I'll go to the office, do the deep work, like the hard shit that needs to get done. And then it's gone past midday, and basically everything I need to have done is done. From there, it's taking calls, chilling, and that momentum stacks, and it stacks fast. And then the hard days become easy. Right? It's just about, if you can make shit hard, make it hard. As a man, you need to take the hard route. Sometimes it's even hard as a man to take the hard route because that's what you should be doing anyway, right? Take the hard route, make shit hard. Stop making it easy by just going on your phone because you fuck up the day.
I've got a question. People that are already within an appointment setting or even like trying to build themselves up. For those appointment setters that aren't necessarily like, they feel as though they're putting in so much work. They feel as though they know everything and they're doing a lot of work, but they're not necessarily seeing a lot of results. What would you say to that person, if that makes sense? Like a lot of guys are always chasing the money, like trying to put in so many reps and chasing the money. But what would you say to that person?
You can work 12, 16 hour days and feel like you're constantly busy, constantly working. But if you're not focused and you don't have a proper plan, schedule and routine, then it's probably not going to be as productive. You could have a more productive 4 hours of proper concentrated, locked in, scheduled work than you could have like 12 hours, 16 hours of just like going at it like a bull in a china shop. Like make sure your stuff is structured, you approach it in a structured way. Sales is all about numbers, okay? The statistics don't lie. The statistics is what it's based off. If you can, as a setter, take that into your own hands, because most of the offer owners, most of the setter managers aren't going to do it for you. If you can track every single stat in every single part of the conversation, even your openers, your outreach messages, everything, and crunch it down break down, like reverse engineer the end goal to work out what messages you need to send, how many need to be opened, how many conversations does that start. Really reverse engineer everything, and then even like the percentages of what messages get replied to, and you can have such clarity and just consolidated knowledge of what exactly you need to do every day. Then you can plan your calendar around that, and it just happens. Like there's no other, like obviously it's gonna happen at that point when you break it down.
Yeah, 100%. And there's also like the part of that where it's like there's two different parts to seeing success as a setter. There's obviously yourself and there's also the vehicle. Like you could be their best appointment setter in the worst vehicle and you're not getting to your goal. Like to put an analogy to it, let's say you want to get to 150 mile an hour. You could be Lewis Hamilton in a Fiat 500, but you're never going to get there. You need both of them to be dialed in, the vehicle and actually yourself and your skill set, to be able to get to where you want to get to.
You got to understand as well, it's not a glorious job. You got to realise, I'm in the
100%,
trenches,
bro.
and in the trenches you got to work like a dog.
100%, bro.
No one's going to take you out them trenches. Obviously, you can have the support, the right guidance to help you through the trenches, but no one's going to come and just lift you up and out of it. You got to be the dog that goes through it. So you just got to be smashing constant, whatever your KPIs are, just 10x them.
Yes, bro. It's the same with like door-to-door sales. You knock on 10 doors, you probably won't see a sale. You knock on 250 doors, you'll probably see a sale. But it's literally like Ollie said, like tracking all their messages. A lot of people don't like to do that. A lot of people just chase the outcome, chase the money. They just like rush their conversations as quick as they possibly can, and don't do literally like tracking. Yes, it's boring. Yes, it's like not the most glamorous thing in the world, but it's a small actionable step that is going to allow you to see that bigger outcome.
I mean, it takes all the uncertainty out.
Yes, bro. And it takes 2 seconds. It actually takes 2 seconds. Yeah. You literally just put a number in and you have that you have that certainty straight away.
So if I have a setter come to me and they're like, I don't know why I can't hit this. I'm doing the right messages. I don't know why it's not working. I'll be like, well, what's the stat for this? And they're like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, go track that. Figure that out. That's going to improve this conversation rate. You're going to make more money.
Yeah, tracking is what helps you understand where the bottlenecks are, and once you understand where the bottlenecks are, you can fix them in the whole process.
We're working with a setter now who's an absolute machine.
Just dog.
He's just got it's pulling stats from everywhere.
Yeah, exactly where in the process that like most likely it is for them to let leave us on scene so we can fix that part of the framework. Yeah,
And
every
he's
single
smashing
thing.
it because of this.
Yeah,
He may not be the most skilled, experienced setter, but he's probably doing better than most of them because of this.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are chasing the money. Like that's what a lot of setters have when they start as well. And even myself, when I started, I was also doing that. And like, I want to talk about like the identity shift of like actually changing your values and changing the outcome that you want to have. Like, yes, okay, you want money, you're starting this for money and you want that 2.0 version of yourself. But if you're constantly chasing that, you're never going to get there. Like you need to chase the habits that attract the money, and also having the mindset of like actually helping people.
Yeah,
because it's like if you don't give a fuck about that, then you don't give a fuck about the conversation that you're having with the person on the other side of the screen, and you're just quickly like sending messages or even quickly like sending dialing people and trying to get to the outcome of booking them so you can get to the money without actually caring about that person on the other side of the screen.
Two different parts to this. There's the long-term vision, and then what you just touched on is more of the integrity. If what you're doing is not in your integrity, then it's not going to be like natural in a way. And yeah, you need to just know that I'm here, I'm having this conversation, or I'm on this phone call because this guy has a genuine problem. He's a real person at the end of the day, and you generally have this solution. You're the pathway to connect him to where he needs to be. Now, he also has his own limiting beliefs. He has his own things holding him back, and it is your job to literally break that down for him to be able to get him to where he needs to be so that he can have less stress, his family can eat better food, or go on more trips so that he can have a nicer life. At the end of the day, that needs to be your sole intent. I'm helping this guy get to where he needs to be. That's the most important thing. Your stats are helping more people save their life potentially. Now, when I say the long-term thing, if you're thinking quick money now, if you're in the game for quick money, okay, sure, that's the way you're going to be. But if you really have this mindset of, I want to be in online business for a long time, I want to make millions, I want to build something generational. Okay, the version of you in 10 years' time is to become him. Is it most important to just try and collect as much cash now as possible? Or is it most important to really do everything you can to stack up the knowledge, to get the depth of understanding, to do the self-improvement that's going to help you become them? Even if it takes a bit longer, even if it takes a bit more on the improvement side and just a slower process, but making sure you become the right person that you want to become instead of going down. You could go into an industry that you're not going to enjoy. Or that doesn't actually have the opportunities for you, but right now it's a cash grab.
And to you who is setting and wants that outcome and hasn't necessarily seen the version of yourself that you want to get to, and you are rushing your dials and you are rushing your conversations, literally like Ollie said, take a step back and ask yourself, if I was the person that I'm speaking to, if I was the prospect that I'm speaking to, would I want to book a call? Would I want to buy into this person? Because people don't buy into the vehicle, they buy into you as a person.
Yep.
If I'm on the phone to you and you are my prospect and I don't have the right tonality, I'm trying to actually have a conversation with you. And if you like me as a person and I make you laugh and I have that tonality with you and I'm actually having a conversation and I give a fuck about you, you're going to buy into me as a person, not the vehicle. Mason actually said to me the other day, he was like, in my job, I was like I don't know if you spoke to him about this. He was a relationship manager. Yeah. No one bought into the company. They bought into him because he was the middleman. Yeah, it's so true. People buy, like anyone in RGS, they buy into you two as a person. Like we all had the same vehicle, realistically. Like anyone can drive the vehicle and get to the person that they want to be, but they buy into you. They buy into you as your content. They buy into your YouTube videos. They buy into you as a person because they see you. They resonate with you.
And I ask people the question, I'm like, why did you actually decide to come on board? And they say, because unlike all of these guys out here flexing the cars and the lifestyle and the shit like that, I can see you're a genuine, authentic person that genuinely wants to help, that was in the same position as me. So they're buying in and there's that trust built. As a sales rep, it's exactly the same. They need to buy into you. They need to feel, because sales, right? This is the reason door-to-door sales are so hard, is because they see a salesman and they have a wall up, like in their mind, they have a wall up straight away. And for any kind of sales, people don't like being sold to. A bit more in America, they like throwing shit on credit and everything.
Bro, them guys will aggressively chuck money at you, bro.
Exactly, but
They don't give a fuck.
at the end of the day, don't like being sold to. So you have to lower this wall through making a light joke and just sharing bits about yourself that's maybe a bit more exposed, so that they begin to trust you, brings this wall down, and then you can have the real conversation that's really going to move them and help them get to where they want to be and transition to the person that they need to become as well. Yeah. What do you feel like was one of the most important things for your success?
I mean, for me, when I was sort of going out of setting, I was going into management. You did management, right? Yeah. So when I was going into management, I was taking on like a few things at once, which I wish I didn't necessarily do, but I was doing setting, management and closing. But one of the things that helped me the most there, which I won't go on to, but one of the things that helped me the most there was time management, like using Google. When I found out about Google Calendar, bro, my whole life changed. That shit,
Honestly.
like puts an extra 10K into your business each month. But like the main thing, and again, like we've elaborated so much on this, is just taking action, bro. Like if something needs to be done, don't wait to do it. Don't procrastinate. Just do it there and then and move on to the next thing. Because within business, within setting, whatever that may be, there's always something next, if that makes sense. Stop avoiding the thing that you have to do. Take action on it now and move to the next thing. And the quicker you can take action on all them small actionable steps, the quicker you can move to the next thing. And like, again, most of your competition, most of the guys that come into the space are slow with these things. They won't do the tracking. They won't show up for themselves on calls. They just think that they can quickly like get on a quick offer and make quick money. But that's not what this is about. It's taking that small steps and taking action in everything that you possibly have like humanly in your hands. What about yourself?
Yeah, for me, I think one of the big things is like just adding on really to what you said though, is with the stress and just having all these tasks to do, it's very easy. Like myself, I get confused by it all and I just lose track and I forget the task I'm doing. Just take a deep breath and just think, what can I do right now? Not what's happening in 10 minutes or half an hour. What can I actually do right now that's going to make it easier in 10 minutes so that in 10 minutes time, I'm not still here stressing out with still the same amount of problems. Just attack it one at a time. Sometimes you just need to go on a walk and just have a break, splitting up your day. So you're maybe working for 10 hours with 4 hours of breaks in between, maybe better than sitting there for 14 hours staring at a laptop. Just take the time, think. It's not the end of the world. Just think about all the problems, this is something to touch on. Like, I know my grandparents, obviously not one generation up, but above that, were fighting in the war. And there's so many wars going on right now. The world's pretty fucked up right now. People have some fucking tough lives. They're stressful. They're losing family members like left, right, and center. The stress you're facing in online business and taking a small risk, like starting a business, it's not a real stress. It's really not a real stress at all. In the slightest.
It's like that quote that me and you were told back in the day when we started that there's people in the trenches, like actual trenches, fighting wars, and you can't send Instagram DMs.
But how selfish do you feel once you realize that? Like, God forbid we don't do that, but the 1% out there that can't even eat food, like all the discrimination out there. Mason and that went to what is it, Dalmain House the other day? Was it?
Oh yeah, given to children in need, basically.
Yeah, like that. Do you know what the house is?
Not really.
Okay, cool. So like, long story short, basically, bro, that house is all of the kids go there before they die. So they're all terminally ill, and they either have a few days or like maximum few weeks left. They go into that house. Anyways, Mason that went there, they had a Lambo there, took loads of toys from Smith's Toys Superstores. Yeah. But like that's actually going to add on to this story. They took a bunch of toys there from Smith's Toys. They said to Mason the Graph Kings, like, can we give you a tour? Gave them a tour around the house, and they went into this room at the end, basically, right? And this room was the room that the kids die in, basically, like their last moments, and they all like know sort of like when they're about to die, so their family and stuff go in there. And like I asked Mason this question, I thought it was going to be like grey rooms, like just dead sort of thing, like not an awful lot going on. All of the Graphing boys started crying their eyes out because of how beautiful the room was, like the most beautiful room you could ever possibly imagine. Anyways, long story short, they got out after that, and the guy, Mason's friend, is like multi-millionaire. He went outside. What do you know his name?
Oh, not off the top of my head.
But yeah, he went outside, looked at his Lambo. They were all in tears, and I was like, "How fucking selfish are we, man? Like all of this stress, all of us like having a go at each other, stressing about minor shit that we can just attack, like a small conversation or whatever that is. How selfish are we when these kids don't even get to grow up and have this stress?" And then he looked at his Lambo and thought, this Lambo means fuck all to me, man. He went to the bank literally a few days beforehand, trying to get out the cash to buy the Lambo in cash. He was stressing at all the workers, shouting at the back because they couldn't get the money out. And it's like, I've fucking ruined their day. And how selfish am I? And I feel like a prick now because I have all this stress, and the kids are in there that they know they're in there knowing that they're gonna die. They're so fucking brave, and I'm out here stressing about stupid shit like this.
It's what when you're in the mind yourself a lot of the time. It's
100%, bro.
I'm small and tiny. My problems aren't big problems, and it's even sometimes remembering as well. Like if you're stressing out shit, I'm like 1K down this month as a setter. Mate, you're tiny. You're small fish. Like you shouldn't be worrying about this. There are millionaires out here that won't even blink if they made 1,000 less in even in like an hour. You know what I mean? Like. It's tiny, but yeah, like there's even when you go out to Asia, like we've gone out to South America, you just see a whole different world of people that have nothing and they're happy with nothing, you know. But like small things mean the most to them. Like you see the videos, you've probably seen it of like the Brazilian kids when it's their birthday, they cut the cake and give the birthday cake to the person they love the most. I don't know if you've seen that video, where they're just crying, but yeah, it's just like.
It's all about perspective, isn't it? It's all about having perspective on everything you do, which can carry you very far.
Which I think is where this fast-paced dopamine doom scrolling rich kids online kind of fucks up everyone's ideas of what life is really about. Because obviously we've all done it here. We've hit the 10, the 20, the 30, the 40, the 50K plus. Like when you hit these numbers, if there isn't real intent behind it, then it kind of fucks you up because you're hitting these big numbers and it's like nothing's actually changed.
Like, yeah.
Like
when you especially when you started, you wanted to hit 5K months, bro. How did your life change when you hit 5K months?
I didn't even blink.
What's next?
Didn't, bro.
It was like, where's the 10K?
You're always chasing the next thing. And again, everyone's always stressing because it's like, oh, I've had a bad month this month. But like, okay, cool. Let's look at an investment chart, right? If you put an investment chart on like the past week, it's like that, right? But if you look at the past year, it's like that, but it's going up. Always, bro. And as long as that's still going up, bro, you're fine. Like, there's always going to be stress, and it's good. But it's like, rather than stress, turn it into pressure. Like pressure is good. You always, like you guys, you need to be pressured because every month you want to have a better month. Of course, myself, you need that pressure. But stop stressing yourself out. Like literally, like you said, take a step back, take some time for yourself. Because I know for a fact I also did this and it fucked me up. You probably did it as well.
Yeah.
When you come into the online space and you start seeing money, you're chasing the next big thing, and you're always working. You never take time for yourself. You start neglecting the gym. You start neglecting your health, your mind, like everything, bro. But like the most important person,
and it's never worth it, by the way.
Nah, it's never worth it. And like, if anything, going to the gym and going on walks and taking time for yourself is going to make your performance better in work, and you are ultimately going to make more. But like, the only person who is the most important person in your life is yourself, bro. And you can never neglect that.
Let me add on to this because you also said what was the biggest changing point for me. And I think this ties in with, you've probably heard of, I guess it's like this question to ask yourself. Obviously, like you said, you want to be the main character. So if you were the main character in the movie right now, what would everyone be screaming and shouting for you to go and do? Would it be keep going into that 9-to-5 office and going to the gym, playing Xbox, going to bed and repeating, going out on the weekend and drinking? Or would it be change something and let's have a fucking storyline? Let's have some downs so they can go up and there can be an actual turn of events.
Yeah. There's another question that I kind of read about the other day where you asked yourself, it's like, what percentage of your potential do you actually want to reach? And if it's 100, then you think, are you actually doing everything you can? 100% to get to where you want to be and to really reach your potential? And likely it's no. I mean, I can't say I'll do 100%. I don't think any of you boys could. But it's about bettering every single day, like that 1% better every single day, so you can just continue.
Over.
Yeah.
Improve by 1% every single day. Like, look at what you did yesterday. How can you just improve it a little bit? Over time, give that 10 years of improving everything you do every single day. You're going to be unstoppable. You're going to be a completely different person.
A question that's nice is like, ask yourself, if you had a camera vlogging your every second life over the past week, does it look like someone who's getting better every single day? Does it look like someone who's winning?
Yeah. Again, that comes up to perspective, like a third person perspective on your own life. And what would they be saying? Like what he said, what would they be shouting at the screen? And how you can improve. It's like looking from a third person perspective, because you can always be so tunnel vision and stuck like in the moment. Like you mentioned before, take a step back, actually look at yourself and what can you improve in this bit? How can you improve this part of your life, etc.
Mate, I hope people watch this and actually change their life. Because if you can watch this and not actually do something, I'd be shocked.
But like, I feel as though if I was watching this when I was in my 9 to 5, because I know I had a massive ego. I thought I knew best, bro. Like I thought I was
same.
better than everyone else.
Yep.
And I feel as though, like, again, one of the biggest things that allowed me to change was just dropping my ego, being humble and listening to others and being so open-minded into what everyone else is saying. And taking on that knowledge has allowed me to get to where I am today. But I know for like a year and a half ago, I had this big fucking ego where it's like I would never, I thought I knew best. I would always argue with everyone and I knew the best, if that makes sense. And I feel like maybe there's some people watching this that are like looking into the online space but have that ego, that aren't necessarily, are probably watching this like, oh, look at these fucking gurus, they're just chatting shit, like this is just a, do you know what I mean? What would you say to that person?
Just a normal guy, bro. Honestly. If you met me in person and you see me in the pub, you're not even gonna know I'm like making money. Like it's weird because you have to be the person to know it. Like it's hard for me to sit here and tell you, look, I'm just a normal person. Like, yeah, sure. And you know, I'm not that far from a normal person in their concept anyway. Like, cool, it's 50K. It's not a crazy amount a month making over that. So, but yeah, it's like we also shit, eat, shower, sleep. It's just we're more productive with the hours in the day, which allows us to build what we want to go and do. And it's really that. It's just, what do you want to do? And no one's going to do it for you. No one's going to come save you.
100%. And I was talking to one of the one-to-ones the other day, touching on the point you mentioned, Josh, about having an ego come into it. He was like, yeah, I came into it with a massive ego. And then he just kind of realized and been slapped in the face to a degree. Like, it's not easy. I mean, it's simple, but it's not easy at the end of the day. And he has, like you mentioned, he was like, I've dropped it now and I'm seeing some really good success. Like he's got his first offer after a couple of weeks and it's you know, starting to make that money. So yeah, it's about I think a lot of people do come into it with an ego, thinking they know what to do. It was simple. Like chatting to my guy the other day, he was like, oh, ChatGPT can help me. End of the day, no.
I would never use ChatGPT in setting.
I used to.
You know,
yeah.
It's like
when I first started setting, bro. But there's no trust, bro.
No.
There's no trust.
Something that isn't human cannot create a human connection.
Yeah,
at the end of the day, no matter how advanced it is.
Ego's so huge. Ego's always been big for me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was 17, right? Fucking always been a bit of a little shit in school. Never really doing too well. And dropped out of school. And it's like, right, I'm a failure. Like I'm doing nothing. I was working part-time Pizza Express, which is like absolutely shite, working in a kitchen. And yeah, I then landed this apprenticeship, which was an IT apprenticeship. And I was in there with like, you know, 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds and working the same job as these like 40, 50-year-olds, you know. And I was doing, with overtime, near the end of the 2 years, like 30K a year with a 30K company car. I was traveling off. I did like Norway, Sweden on trips and going to like events in London with it. And I was like, oh my God, I am the guy. And everyone around me was telling me this. And obviously they're proud because I dropped out of school and I had all this disappointment, all these fights in my family. And then it's like, I'm smashing it. And it's like, I'm up on this pedestal and I've gone from like doing like, I was doing good in school, but just like not really, I was kind of disappointing people at the same time because I had more potential, to like down to the bottom, to all the way to the top. And I had the fat ego. And that was so hard to drop. And I was also so comfortable. But I think it comes with changes in your life as well. Like, I don't know about you guys, but a lot changed in my life. And then I was like, right, this is like a good time. Like, if I carry on, I'm going to stay another 2 years. And it's going to be 4 years. And it's going to be 8 years. I'm like, if I don't make it change, it's not going to happen. So yeah, it's just knowing that it's basically now or never. Because if you allow yourself to not make a start, then it's not going to happen. Because I did things in the past as well. Like, I used to do like making money online, you know that, with Xbox. So sometimes as a 15-year-old, I think 15, 16, make like 500 a weekend. which was crazy money for a 15-year-old as well. And I could have grown that. There was an opportunity where I could have come and set up basically an agency for it. I had the idea, I had people that wanted to do it. I would have been making very, very good money, and I didn't do it because of that fear, not wanting to go and to take the risk. And same with trading, same with like reselling shite. And it's the same for any vehicle out there. So you need to know that absolutely any vehicle can get you here. Like, I don't care what you go and choose, just do one and it can get you to where you want to be, as long as you go in on it and you trust it and you take that risk. Otherwise, it doesn't matter what vehicle you try. It doesn't matter if you... Let's talk about in trying to enjoy something.
By the way, I want to quickly add on to that. By the way,
Yeah.
the proof is actually in the pudding. For guys that don't know this, obviously we have different mentorships. We all had the same vehicle, but we all joined different mentorships.
Yeah.
The same exact vehicle, but we all learned from different places, and we're all in similar positions today. How mad is that?
Yeah. It just proves it. And we know like probably 100 people each that have also had different mentors that are, just because they put in the work and taken that risk, even in different vehicles, not even in the sales space, that are successful now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What is it that you want to speak about? What was that?
People that want to enjoy it. Oh, I want to find something that I'm going to enjoy and it's going to be fun and I actually want to do this.
The grass is never green on the other side.
No.
It's the same as like okay, cool. Like I even had this in my 9 to 5, right? I did barbering for 4 years. I fell out of love with it. I wanted to do van delivery driving. Loved it for a month. Got bored of it after that. Like a lot of people, I used to job hop when I was in my 9 to 5. Like you want to go into this next big thing. And again, it comes down to your mind being a gold seeking mechanism. Like you all want to try something that you're going to enjoy and you just never enjoy it, or you will always fall out of love with it. But it's like, to you who wants to get to the 2.0 version of yourself, you have to just go through the trenches anyways. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
You have to
so
do.
you're-
And again, it comes down to like the comfortable becomes uncomfortable, the uncomfortable becomes comfortable.
Yeah, you
What do you
always...
do? Sorry, what do you do that you actually enjoy?
What do I actually enjoy? Helping people at the end of the day.
Helping people with things like what?
Like making a change in their life for the better.
And when you first started trying to help people make a change in their life, were you good at it?
I'd say to a degree, but definitely not as good as I am now.
Okay. And then not being great at it, trying to help people, probably not getting them the best results, and was it as enjoyable?
No.
No. And it's like, it's better if you use an example of like you do boxing, right? When you first started going and you were getting punched up, and I remember you told me one time, yeah, one of our mates you sparred, you know what I'm talking about, absolutely did him in. I know you know that wasn't fun.
But you're still stuck with it.
Stuck with it.
You
And
still
now
carried
that
on.
you're at a good level, do you enjoy it?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I need to get back into boxing. That's to the point.
Rugby then, because you
Rugby.
actively play rugby.
Yeah.
I used to be terrified of going on the pitch. Like when I started, I didn't even know the rules, bro. That was so scary. I did not enjoy it. I did it because my friends did it, basically. And, you know, I've stopped playing rugby because of injuries and stuff. And
Excuses.
oh yeah, I knew I was going to get a side eye there. But it's like by the end of it, it was fun. But you have to go through the hard bit. I broke a few bones to get
The
to...
uncomfortable became
bit.
comfortable, bro.
Exactly.
It's literally the same as like, okay, like an audit of my life. My comfortable was going out raving and shit, bro. I love going out. And now if I went to a rave, bro, I'd feel so uncomfortable.
But even when you went to your first rave, was it just comfortable?
Bro, I loved it. But now it's so uncomfortable, bro.
Yeah.
Like I would hate to go to a rave now, bro. I would feel so uncomfortable.
So that's like the comfortable becoming uncomfortable.
Yeah. And then like starting setting, I was so uncomfortable. Making videos online, I was so you was probably so uncomfortable, bro.
Oh yeah, bro.
Getting in front of a camera, I was so uncomfortable. Now
I had a
I'm comfortable.
month of clips of me learning to
saw
just
that.
speak to the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, and trying to just get started. And I was so scared.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you are your main character, but at the end of the day, no one else is actually watching you, bro. At the end of the day, no one gives a fuck. And if they do, great. You know, someone else actually watching you. It's not like bad thing at the end of the day. Like you can't be scared of that. That's a big thing. So many people are scared of just putting appointment setter in their bio. Yeah. Like seriously, you don't want people to know that you're trying things.
Friends are gonna see me.
Innit? It's like you don't want people to know that you're trying things, trying to
Yeah.
better your life.
And
What has this come
Yeah.
to?
And also, like, I saw a video the other day. It's so true, right? Especially like posting content online. So this guy who posts content online, he was speaking to his younger self. He was like, didn't want to do it because he was scared of like his hometown friends seeing it.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm scared my hometown friends are going to judge me.
Yeah.
But flip the script. People that are making content, people that are the 2.0 version of themselves, they're going to judge you for not doing it. But then when you do start posting content, your hometown friends will judge you for it, but them guys won't judge you.
Yeah.
You're always going to be judged. But which narrative do you want to do?
That's good.
exactly. Yeah. It really.
I was gonna say, think now. If you're scared about your friends judging you, Just
They're
know
not your
it's
friends,
me.
bro.
Just know it's me sitting right
We're
here
judging
judging you.
you.
I am judging you. With the content piece, it's like, let's say you have 1,000 followers and they're all your friends from your hometown and they don't like it and you get hate. Cool, because when you keep going and you stay consistent, you're going to find people that do like it. If you get to 100,000 followers, you've now got 99,000 people that like it. The thing is, when you get to 100,000, you probably got higher than 99% because the ones that don't like it, they'll unfollow you. They'll stop watching it.
And at the end of the day, like if it is your friends taking the piss and like, you know, judging you, etc., they're not the kind of people you want to be around anyway. Like who are the kind of people you want to be around who are doing better than you? It's like, you know, surround yourself, you know, you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So if you're spending your time with the people who are judging you and for, you know, bettering yourself and actually doing better, then they aren't at the end of the day the people you want to be around.
Exactly. Look at it like this way. Think, actually, how many people can I get to see my shit that aren't going to like it so you can piss them off? And then when you are successful and making money, they can be even more pissed off.
Yeah.
There's always going to be someone out there that resonates with you.
100%.
I would rather have one person resonate with me and the other 999 people not hate me, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? One quick thing I want to speak about quickly before we end this. Congruative language. Changing it. Do you know what it is? You all know what it is. So like a lot of people like start with congruative language. I know I did. Okay, cool. So like saying, oh, if I do this, you need to change it to when.
Of course.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Starting with like, oh, hopefully I'll do this. Changing that to will. Do you know what I
Uncertain
mean?
language.
Exactly. The real word is congruative language, but yeah, uncertain language. What's your take on that before we have to wrap up quickly?
Yeah, I mean, it's because you have to, it comes down to like, if you want to make 10K a month, are you performing and being that kind of 10K a month person? And that kind of person, are they the kind of person who's going to be like, oh, well, yeah, I'll try it. I'll try it and hopefully it'll work out. Or you're going to be a person who's like, I'm going to come into this with the kind of mindset where I'm going to make this work.
Bro.
And I'm actually going to put the work in and make sure that it's going to work no matter what.
Exactly.
That's
That's it.
It's catching it out. You just got to catch it. Get that like if gone and just replace it. It's obviously harder at first, but the more you do it, the more you're attentive to it, the easier it'll become. And then you start living that life where you're like, I am doing this.
Yeah, and actually pick up on it as well. If you are using that kind of language, pick up on it and like change it, because those little changes will obviously make those bigger changes in the future. So there's little habits that create the better habits, which will make you a better person overall.
Exactly.
Nice one. Let's finish up then, boys. Let's just
Finish
go.
up. Right, boys.
One last thing. I'll
What?
say one
Oh,
last.
go on.
If you have to have a final message, we'll go you first, bro. Put you on the spot.
Final message to who?
To the
People watching.
everyone watching, bro.
There's going to be a load of different people watching.
Right,
at
people
different
that want to
points.
get into it. People that want to be
get
Josh
into it.
Granger.
Take a step back, audit your life,
Yeah.
and ask yourself, are the actions that I'm taking at the moment benefiting me?
Yeah.
I want to leave you with that question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's going to be the movie thing. Like, imagine you are in the movie right now, you looking at whatever screen you're watching this on. People are watching you doing this. What are they going to tell you to get up and do after you've watched this video? Are they going to tell you to, oh, you know, go back to the Xbox or go watch the next video? Or did they want a bit of a change in the script?
Yeah, 100%. Mine will be like the point I touched on earlier, which is similar to yours, is like, how much of your potential do you actually want to reach? And if that's 100%, take a step back and look into your life. Are you doing 100% of everything you can do to get to your goal? And the person who is at your goal, the version of you who's at your goal, are you doing what they would do?
Yep. Great.
Sick. Ready, go,
Sweet.
set X, set a school podcast.
Yeah.
Number 1, done.
Yeah.
And at this point, if you've watched it to the end, then obviously you may as well follow us on Instagram. So come and follow us on Instagram. You'll be able to find it down below. Yeah, it's been a great session, boys. If they don't change their lives after this video, well, yeah.
Change your fucking life.
They're
boys. Take
unsavable.
action.
You're unsavable. What can I say?